Caitlin Clark became a household name through her outstanding college career with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Known for her deep three-point range, high-scoring games, and sharp court vision, she broke records and captured the attention of basketball fans across the country. She wasn't just a top player. She became the face of women's college basketball. Her performances consistently drew large TV audiences, packed arenas, and even outpaced attendance numbers for some NBA games. By the time she declared for the WNBA draft in 2024, Caitlin had already set the NCAA all-time scoring record, male or female, and her popularity had reached global levels. She was drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever, solidifying her status as one of the most promising talents in women's basketball history. Caitlin Clark's incredible popularity and performance made her the most sought-after endorsement target in women's basketball. Major shoe brands including Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and Puma began aggressively pursuing her with multi-million-dollar deals. Each brand saw her not only as an elite athlete, but as a long-term global ambassador who could boost visibility and sales in the women's sports market. Under Armour reportedly made a strong offer valued at $16 million over 4 years and promised a signature shoe as part of the deal. Adidas also made a competitive offer of $6 million over 4 years, including a prototype shoe. Puma was initially in the running, but eventually dropped out as the bidding grew more intense and the financial stakes increased. In the end, Nike secured the partnership by offering Caitlin Clark a groundbreaking 8-year deal worth $28 million. The deal included a signature shoe, making it one of the most significant individual athlete endorsements in the history of women's basketball. Jordan's original Nike deal in 1984 changed the landscape of sports marketing. He received a contract that included not only a generous financial payout, but also royalties from every pair of Air Jordans sold. This structure helped turn Air Jordan into a multi-billion-dollar brand and establish the model for giving athletes more ownership in their image and merchandise. Caitlin's deal follows in those footsteps, though there are key differences. Unlike Jordan, Clark's contract reportedly does not include royalties on shoe sales. Still, the inclusion of a signature shoe and the overall size of the deal reflect a Jordan-style level of belief in her marketability and long-term impact. Sonny Vaccaro, the former Nike executive who played a key role in signing Michael Jordan to Nike in the 1980s, praised Caitlin Clark's accomplishments, but criticized Nike for not offering her the full Jordan treatment. He publicly stated that Clark should have received royalties or equity in her brand. According to Vaccaro, Caitlin has already proven that she can draw massive attention and drive sales, and Nike missed an opportunity to treat her as more than just a high-value athlete. They could have made her a true business partner, as they did with Jordan. Caitlin Clark's Nike contract represents more than just personal success. It marks a major step forward for women's sports as a whole. 4 years, female athletes have received far less in endorsements and media exposure than their male counterparts, even when their performances and popularity have matched or exceeded expectations. Clark's deal signals a shift in that dynamic. Nike's willingness to commit to a long-term high-value contract with a female athlete and to develop a signature shoe specifically for her shows that brands are beginning to treat women's sports as equally viable and valuable. Fans, athletes, and advocates for gender equity in sports have celebrated the move as a sign of growing respect for women in professional athletics. At the same time, the deal has reignited discussions about the pay disparity between male and female athletes. Caitlin Clark's Nike endorsement far exceeds her WNBA salary, which starts at only $76,000 per year. This contrast has drawn criticism and sparked broader conversations about how professional female athletes are compensated and what needs to change in league structures and media deals to support their growth. Sports marketing experts widely agree that Caitlin Clark's deal is a game-changer. Many see it as a new benchmark for female athletes in terms of commercial value and brand potential. Her widespread popularity, crossover appeal, and visibility make her an ideal spokesperson, not just for Nike but for the future of women's basketball. Analysts believe that this partnership will encourage other companies to invest more heavily in women's sports, opening the door for more female athletes to signature deals and long-term sponsorships. Some have noted that the structure of Caitlin's deal, particularly the lack of royalties, may become a point of evolution in future contracts. As women's sports continue to grow and generate revenue, more equitable models of athlete compensation, including revenue sharing and equity stakes, are likely to become standard. The long-term nature of Caitlin's agreement also reflects Nike's confidence in her career trajectory rather than a short-term endorsement focused only on initial buzz. This 8-year deal positions her as a core part of Nike's marketing strategy well into the future. This includes potential roles in Olympic campaigns, global basketball initiatives, and broader lifestyle branding. One of the most exciting elements of Caitlin Clark's Nike deal is the promise of a signature shoe. This is a rare honor even among professional athletes, and it sends a strong message to young athletes, especially girls, that their presence in the sports world is not only welcome but marketable. While a release date for the shoe has not been confirmed, Nike has acknowledged that it is in active development. When it launches, it will be the first signature women's basketball shoe in years and one of only a handful in history. The impact of that is significant. Girls growing up watching Caitlin Clark will now have the opportunity to wear shoes designed specifically for them by an athlete who looks like them, plays like them, and leads with confidence and grace. This product isn't just footwear. It's a symbol of progress. For decades, young male athletes have grown up wearing sneakers branded by their heroes, Air Jordans, Kobe's, LeBron's. Now, young female athletes will have the chance to do the same. And that cultural shift could change how future generations view their place in sports. The story behind Caitlin Clark's Nike deal is a real and powerful example of how talent, determination, and changing attitudes toward women in sports can lead to groundbreaking achievements. Clark didn't need a staged moment. Her work on the court did all the talking. Her $28 million Nike deal with a signature shoe is proof that the business of women's sports is growing and that athletes like her deserve the same recognition and rewards as their male counterparts. Michael Jordan's legacy helped lay the foundation for athlete endorsements as we know them today. Caitlin Clark is now building something new on that foundation. She may not have received the exact structure of Jordan's historic deal, but her presence, popularity, and potential have made her a central figure in the next generation of sports marketing. This is not just a personal victory. It's a cultural milestone for women's basketball and a strong signal that the game has changed. If you found this video inspiring or informative, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who need to see this moment in sports history. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Caitlin's deal is just the beginning of a new era for women's basketball? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the biggest stories in sports and culture. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.